Live and direct from Studio J. What are you saying? It's lovely to be back. Nice seeing you again. I know it looks like I'm about to monologue the hell out of you, and I am. Because, my god, the 16th and 17th picks of this NBA draft are kind of popping off. Like it's no one's business. Last night, we saw Dalton Knecht go crazy for 37 points, 5 rebounds on 75% shooting, 9 of 12 from 3. And then even just slightly before that, we saw an eruption from Jared McCain going for 34 points and 10 rebounds. And suffice to say, it's kind of worth a video at this point. These two have been lining it up. Over the past 5 games, it's been a crazy run for Dalton Knecht. 37 against Utah, 27 against New Orleans, 14 against San Antonio in 26 minutes, 19 against Memphis. Okay, yes, the last game is 5 points against Toronto, but hey, he played 19 minutes. No, he played 15 minutes. What can you really expect of a guy who's doing that much? But I just want to talk quickly about what I like about Dalton Knecht, and I think it's the same for both of these guys, is how well they move off the ball. There's a play here where Dalton Knecht slips his man in transition, ends up in an easy dunk, does the exact same thing, goes for an open 3. I love the way JJ Redick is using him because it kind of reminds me of JJ Redick himself, but he is great in transition too. Proven himself a lot in the current system of the Lakers. Good corner 3 percentage so far, and a lot of his looks do start as that. And I think early in this game, he gets himself going from a kick out by LeBron James and then a kick out from AD into Reeves into the corner. And I feel like a lot of teams, well, specifically, I'm going to talk about the Jazz because that is the game that I have watched. The Jazz just didn't seem to respect him, and he made them pay for it. Before he goes on this run late in the third quarter, Utah is starting to catch up. Suddenly, an explosion, a connection, if you will, goes off for 22 points on his own. And it all stems from Utah's defenders aren't closing in time, or they're playing off of him too much. Yeah, you're denying a D-Lo drive, but what does that matter when this guy is cooking? This guy is heating up, and yeah, it started with a couple of catch and shoot opportunities, but it ended him basically fighting over screens and not even a contested 3-pointer. He's been playing great. Like his numbers, like it's so early in the season, the numbers don't necessarily matter because things can change. It's not impervious to a bad shooting streak, or maybe teams figure him out a bit, or maybe he just cools down, and that's just the nature of the NBA. But for right now, Dalton Knecht is the second best rookie in this class. I don't know. It's a toss-up for me. I love Ryan Dunn, but for obvious reasons, I love Ryan Dunn. I think it's those three, though. And I want to use this to springboard onto the person who I think is currently Rookie of the Year. I don't think there's any contesting. If you're asking right now who the Rookie of the Year is, it's Jared McCain. And who would have thought that this 20-odd-year-old TikToking megastar was just gonna give buckets to everyone in the NBA? I guess people who watched him in college would have thought that. I don't watch college basketball, so I have no clue. 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists a game, 47% from the field, 40% from 3, 100% from the line. Watching some of his college footage, it's the same. He is the same player, and he has transitioned so well into this Philadelphia 76ers system. And for a year where the Sixers have been bad, they're 2-10 to start the season. It's not a great start for them. It's a real shit show. Let's call a spade here, right? Jared has taken real advantage of the fact that there is no Joel Embiid most nights. Paul George has not been playing great. Tyrese Maxey now is injured, so he is the lead guard. And in a team where the next best guard is Kyle Lowry or Eric Gordon, yeah, it's him. And he's really getting a chance to shine. A lot of people said, and I think Philly fans are just a special breed of NBA fans, right? But for a kid who got a lot of shit about having his nails painted or having fun making TikToks, I love the fact that he's hooping. He's balling out, and I love to see it because that's a lot of unnecessary noise, especially for a kid. Just to break down his game a bit, this kid is part Steph Curry, part Jalen Brunson, small guard that you think, how are you going to make it in this league? In a league so dominated by size, where point guards are starting to get taller and taller. Like, look at LaMelo, look at Shea, look at Luka. A small guard is hard to be because more times than not, you're a liability on defense. With how the NBA works and how active teams are to hunt down their best matchups, Jared McCain is obviously going to be a target. He is a 6'2 guard, and even with Tyrese Maxey, that becomes a very rough situation of this guy's real good, but we can't play both of them at the same time because then both of our guards are 6'2. There's not much you can do. But for right now, and if we're just leveling their trajectories off, going upwards, right? Because Jared McCain's having a great season. If he can continue that, who knows? But you're gonna have to choose between one of them. You can't have two undersized guards, because then, I mean, players like a Devin Booker, right? A Luka Doncic, players who are bigger and able to punish those small guards in mismatches, it's gonna go crazy. And then you have to worry, oh, what the hell happens if KD gets switched onto him or LeBron gets switched onto him? Can they hold their own? And probably not. No offense to those guys, but it's not looking great for you. I want to take another moment to say that how good his IQ is. Like, Jared McCain has such a good feel for the game and an understanding of where to be and what to do. Couple that with Steph Curry level cardio. That's where the Steph comparisons come for me, is how often you'll see him just relocate to find a new position, and like, how do I put this? He'll drive straight headfirst into the paint, pass out, relocate, and shoot. And that's something that you see a lot of guards like Steph and Dame do. A lot of the game is to just hunt for the open space, not the mismatch, but the open space. And he's doing great at it. So yeah, it's a combination of Steph Curry level cardio, crazy off-ball movement, and he's a bit of a 3-level scorer. If you watch his games, you'll see if he gets closed out on the 3, he'll drive. And he is capable of finishing at the rim, around the rim, through contact. He has crazy footwork to go with it. So it's like a mishmash of post moves, pivots, fakes, hesitations. He's got the bag, and it's deep. It's his footwork. I think that's where the Jalen Brunson comparison comes in, is that he is able to just post someone up in the mid-range, get a shot going that way. He's able to drive, take one step out, pull up mid-range, easy. He's a 3-level scorer. Like, he can kill you from 3 different ways, and each one is as effective as the other. I don't know what else to say. He's great at managing a double team or triple teams, or being able to play under pressure. Against the Cavs, they're running box and ones, and for a rookie to be thrust in this spotlight, your big 3 is out, or big 2, either one of them, a combination of the 3 are out, and you have the ball and it's down to you to make a play. Suffice to say, Jared McCain showed his ass that night on the best team in the league. 34 points, 10 assists. What more can you ask for? So I think if you're asking me, the rookie race is a tricky one. And especially, it's stupid to call a rookie race this early into the season. If I'm calling it now, it's Jared McCain. But who knows? Maybe Dalton Knecht goes on a crazy scoring run. Maybe Ryan Dunn really figures it out and gets a role, gets out of his injuries, and understands more about who he is as a player. Because coming in, Ryan Dunn was a question mark on his shooting or his offense, and brought in as this defense first kind of guy. These first couple games are great for NBA players, especially rookies, to figure everything out. But after that, it becomes a point of how teams understand who you are and what you can deliver. Does Jared McCain have what it takes to evolve his game to what is the next level after this? When teams figure you out and know what to do against you, what's your counter? Same with Dalton Knecht. When teams don't leave you as wide open as the Jazz were doing and hope that, hey, I'm not going to let LeBron James beat us, let's let Dalton Knecht beat us. Once that goes away, what's next? Because the last thing I want to see of Dalton Knecht is, this sounds mean to say, Austin Reeves was really hyped up. Enough so that Lakers fans would never trade Austin Reeves for anything. Austin Reeves is not this superstar level player. He's good, he's not great. I don't want to see it where, this was mean to say, I want to see Dalton Knecht be better than Austin Reeves, is was the gist of what I'm trying to say. And I hope that he can evolve his game and understand more about himself and become the player that we all want him to be, right? Especially with these rookies, it's tough. It's hard. You're adapting to a whole new game. You're playing a whole new set of games, against players who you look up to. Some people make it, some people don't. Look at Alex Saw or Zach Rishisay. Zach Rishisaw. Is that how you say it? I have to double check on that. But I can't actually remember which one it was. It was one of the two. They held scoreless in their first Summer League games and everyone was calling them a bust, but now they're being productive players for their teams. Yes, they're not in these Rookie of the Year conversations, but the year is young. We're 15 games into the season. Who is first right now might not be first place at the end of it. I thought the Suns were going to be contenders, and we've lost every game since, except for beating the Jazz. But it seems like everyone beats the Jazz at this point, right? Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked it, please go ahead and leave a like. If you enjoyed it more than just leaving a like, I guess a subscription is nice. I don't know what else to say. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday.